Hey YouTube, Mike that Tankless guy here today. How we all doing? Hope we all had a safe and productive week. Alright, today's video is actually on the Rinnai Tankless filter removal tool. We finally got it back in stock. We actually have a website that they'll be mailed directly from, and it actually is redesigned a little better and a little heavier than the previous one. Okay, so here is the tool. This is how you'll be receiving it in this package, made in the USA. It is designed to take out the inlet water filter. For those of you that haven't seen the original video and all subsequently other videos that I put out with it, it is made and designed to remove the Rinnai inlet water filter that normally you would be removing with either a pair of needle nose pliers to go inside and grabbing the tabs, or a pair of pump pliers to grab the outside of the filter and trying to remove it. So here is a filter. You would either be putting the needle nose pliers inside of it and trying to grab those tabs, or putting a pair of pliers on the outside and trying to spin it out. Remember, you're going to have the water pipe, you're going to have a gas pipe, you're going to have electric pipe, and that's all in the way. And if you have an RU unit or an RUR unit or a CU unit, one of the condensing models, you're going to have the filter facing the right-hand side. And what you're doing is you're preventing this from happening. So once this happens, either you have to chop out, clean out, and remove the cap, or you're removing this entire assembly and replacing it with a new assembly. So what does it do? You're going to use a 3/8 ratchet and a 5/8 inch socket, or a 5/8 inch either open end box or ratcheting box wrench. You could use either or. You should have an extension to bring out the ratchet more if you need it, but most of the time, because we did make the tool a little smaller, it's 1.5 inches long, you'll be able to get in there, especially if the electric is in the way. And a lot of times the electricians will literally put the seal tight connector in and bring it in front of the filter tool. So what does this do? It fits inside of the filter perfectly, grabbing the entire inside and the two tabs. Now, this filter and assembly I removed out of a tankless heater about a week or so ago. Has never been touched in 5 years. So this filter is in there. Now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to remove this cap. This is staying in there 95% of the time. You might be able to get it out with your pinky. The O-ring is going to stay in there. But the whole object of this is to remove this cap. And then getting this filter out is simple with an awl or a punch. It's a thin piece of plastic screening. Break it, bend it, remove it, Bob's your uncle. So we want to remove that cap. Now, of course, you can always tell if this is on, this is the holder that actually, if you take the filter out, it holds it there on the water pipe. If you see it all connected, no one ever touched the filter. So you want to remove that because it's only going to be in your way. You're going to put the socket on. And I mean, if you were here, you can hear it crunching. That's it. It's hand tight now. And look at that. The filter actually came out. There you go. That's been in there for 6 years. So it actually came out. Now you can actually remove it, which is probably going to be on there like the Dickens. Come on. There we go. And now you can take it, check your O-ring, and you can clean out the filter with your brush. Now, the whole object of this is to service this filter. Now, if you go on, I'm going to link my Instagram below with also the website where to purchase this and the price. You want to remove this, clean out the inside, so get that all clean. So I don't know if you can see how badly calcified it is. See all that white on there? That is all calcium buildup from, because when you're servicing this with the flush kit, you want to put this plug back in so that you can flush the system without the filter. Now, I know a lot of people out there are like, no, leave the filter in. No, baloney. If you leave the filter in, any dirt and debris that's in there is all going to get is moved around. It's not going to get dissolved. So it's going to get moved around. You're going to cause the thing to have headaches. So once you got that out, you want to take your motor tool and clean out these threads real good, because it's all going to be, you want to clean out the inside, because if you feel inside, it's going to feel like barnacles. It's going to feel really rough in there. Now you got nice smooth threads. Have yourself a little rag, clean it out. And then when you're done, you want to take some of this grease, which is a silicone grease, a heat-proof grease. Now, if the filter is in still good condition, you're going to find the tabs. Once you remove this, now again, you'll be using the tool to put this back in to do your flush. Then you're going to use the tool to remove it again to take it out. Then you're going to put this back on. You're going to take some of the heat-proof, some of this grease, the silicone heat-proof grease. You're going to put it on the O-ring. You're going to put it on the threads, because water never gets to it, and it's going to keep it nice and lubricated so that when you're going to remove it next year when you flush it, or if it's a commercial building, every 3 months, you're going to put this back in. You're going to put your tool back in. Tighten it up. There you go. Turn your water back on. You're done. Now, just to show you, let me find, here we go. Here's another old tool, another old inlet that has been, because I repurpose a lot of these. And there, even with my hand, I can take this out. Now, what are you doing? If I had to replace these before I got a tool, I got roughly about $350. And look at that, comes right out. Comes right out. Then you put it back in, tighten it up, take your tool, Put it back in, and just snug. That's it, not tight, snug. And this will do it. I get like $350 to do it. I have heard anywhere $800 to $1,200 to replace this part right here. Now, that's a brand new part from Rinnai. Put a new O-ring, put the union half back on, put a filter in there, $1,200. So that's what you're saving, or that's what you're saving your customer, because you'll get in and out of that job. Because again, you're preventing this from happening. And these have been my test and show pieces since I've had the channel. Those are busted up pieces that I took off to repurpose these and put them back in. Now, if you notice, that's got 2 screw holes. That is for an RL or a V series unit. This has 3 holes, 2 there and 1 there. This is for the condensing, the RUR or CU series. This one is facing this way, this one is facing this way. So with the 3/8 socket, excuse me, the 3/8 ratchet, 5/8 socket and extension, you could reach, and I recommend a swivel, the swivel extension. So with that and the tool, you'll be able to reach almost anything. And then of course, having a 5/8 inch ratcheting box wrench, honestly, because these are what I carry in my bag, and this is the ratcheting box wrench. This works the best. And of course, you'll have an open end if you need it. Now, one other thing you should also purchase is a M24x2 HSS tap. So this tap is the tap for these threads here. If I can get it in to show you. There we go. So that's for that tap right there. That's what you need for the tap for this. All right, so oh, here we go. It'll be, I just lost it. Oh boy. So it'll be in this package, shipped to you starting in 1 more week. So it'll be the beginning of, not next week, the week after is when they'll be out there. So the website is here, I'll take it out of the package. Give me a second here. I've been opening and closing this package for a while. Stay there. So it is thetanklesstool.com. It'll be in the description below. You can go right on it, shopping cart, purchase the tool. The tool is $39.99 plus shipping, and if you live in Florida, sales tax. But out of Florida, no sales tax. And you'll get it right directly shipped to your house directly from the website. All right, but everything will be in the description below. So, in a nutshell, with your 3/8 ratchet, your 5/8 socket, your extension, a 5/8 ratcheting box wrench, your 1/2 inch ID brush, which you can get the whole set of brushes at Harbor Freight. You can get a nylon, a rag, a little bit of the DACA silicone grease, which is the best I found. I've been using it on these O-rings and filters for years. You're also going to need a punch. If the filter part stays in, so this part right here stays in the housing, you're going to need a punch to punch it out. But you're going to need a punch for one other thing, and I saved the best one for last. And you're probably going to find this everywhere, but I find it massively here in Florida. Well, let me get another filter to show you. Bugs. They love to fill in that filter. So we have to gouge out the bugs before we do our filter. And I never have to do it above my head like that. So you have to gouge out the bugs. And it's funny that I just had to remove this from a unit, but I was able to get it. Out without the tool, because I really wanted to show this for the video, and I was able to. But yeah, so that's another reason you need the punch, is you got to clean this out, because if not, you're not getting the tool in there. And if you got a little vacuum on the truck, you might have to vacuum it out. There's still a ton of it in there. You got to get it out. But that's what happens, is that they're dirt daubers. And they will grow in, they will get in there and fill up the inside of that filter housing. Okay, so you're not going to be needing your needle nose pliers and your pump pliers. All you're going to need is that tool to remove this to do your maintenance on. All right, YouTube. Again, thank you for all the likes, the subscribes, the comments, the questions. The website will be in the description below. Again, with the pricing and the sizes of it, what you need, the tools you need, will all be in the description below. All right, YouTube. I think that is it. I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you again on the next week on the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.